Dad. Everybody seems to like you on the channel. A lot of these guys like to see the work you're doing. Why don't you introduce yourself? I think it'll be good to kind of get people to know who you are.
My name's Tom. I'm a father of 2 wonderful children.
All right, that's enough. Anyways, I finally got the turbo. What's up? It is Casey from Caseyscustoms. In this video, we finish up the twin turbos and we fire up the engine. Let's go.
How that sound? Yeah, that sound good. Tell 'em bring it down. Like the Wendy's in your town. Don't forget the dollar sign. How that sound? Yeah, that sound good. Tell 'em get in line. Hold it down.
It's a Mustang video day, so naturally we're working on the Mustang. The old man's been doing a lot of body work. He's been coming in the mornings and sanding on it. The goal, I think, for this video is to get this side of the car done and in primer. I don't know if that's going to happen. That is a very lofty goal. Also, naturally, because he doesn't know how to work a goddamn camera, we don't have any of that footage, but I promise he's been working on the back quarter a lot. He's going to continue that tomorrow, and I'm going to make him film it. While he is doing that, he basically doesn't want me doing any body work. So while he is doing that, I am going to get these twin turbos hooked up, and I think I'd like to hear the motor run this video. I need to do a bunch of stuff still. Everything is currently just tack welded. Obviously, that's not going to be good enough. So we need to rip all this apart, get it welded fully. I also need to run my oil lines for the turbos. I ordered a bunch of the parts. I don't know if they're all in here. I'm sure that I'm missing a fitting or two because they never seem to send every single one you want. So that's what we're going to start on right now. I think if I get all the oil lines on, then I'll know where everything is going and we'll break it all apart and start welding the shit out of everything. But for now, let's start. I just dropped the phone. Whoops. But for now, let's start hooking up all these oil lines.
You better turn up. You better be.
I got kind of an idea where my lines are going to run. I also got my fittings bolted up. I think everything is on the bottom of the motor, which is going to kind of be a pain in the ass. I think I'm going to have to get some longer lines because I thought originally there was something up here, but I don't think there is. I thought I could bridge into something like right around the intake and then go. It's not going to work. It looks like all my oil pressure stuff is at the bottom of the engine. So that's going to be a real pain in the ass. Ooh, there's a mosquito. Oh, where'd it go? There was a mosquito that bit me earlier and I just saw it. Oh, there it is. Shush, 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 shush. Ow! God damn it. Got him! Ooh, why did that hurt? Oh, that's a sharp edge. God damn it. I don't remember what I was saying. Shit. Oh, oil line. So I'm going to go underneath the engine. You're probably not going to be able to see any of it because I'm going to be under there. But hopefully the lines I have are going to be long enough, but it's not looking that way. I don't know if I can bridge into these with another line or if I just have to buy a longer line. I don't know. They might work out. Let's see.
Watch me rockin' if I can't stop.
Okay, so I have my feed lines hooked up. I have my drain lines basically hooked up. Feed lines, I just need a couple fittings I can get at the hardware store, not that big of a deal. The drain lines, I had them hooked up exactly where I wanted them, and then I forgot you need to have a really big hole. It needs to be a really big drain. If it doesn't drain fast enough, that oil will actually get in your turbos and start smoking like crazy. That actually happened on the 51 Chevy. Had my drain lines all done, looked awesome, and then I fired it up, and after a little bit, it just couldn't drain the oil fast enough, and it just started puffing out smoke, so I had to redo all of it. Learned my lesson on this one, and I'm gonna have 2 giant drain lines going into the oil pan. The only problem is, that means we're gonna have to drill into the oil pan. Not once, but twice, and the hole is gonna be a 1/2 inch hole. So, not really excited about that. We're gonna drill the oil pan out. I need to drain the oil first. Obviously, I don't wanna drill it and have oil going everywhere. Then we're gonna drain some shit. So yeah, I am nervous as hell.
Just go ahead, go and catch me, baby.
They do not make the fittings I need for my turbo drain, so I'm gonna make them myself. The good news is they're aluminum, and I am the best aluminum welder in the world, so obviously since I'm the best, this is gonna be really easy. It's not gonna take very much time at all, and the welds are gonna be perfect. Welding like absolute shit. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's acting like it's really dirty. Really, really dirty. I don't know what the hell's going on. In case you didn't know, when I say I'm the best aluminum welder, it's because I don't rarely ever weld aluminum, so I'm not very good at it. don't know why that's sparking. Aluminum shouldn't spark when you grind it. Okay, so technically this isn't possible. I just welded a piece of aluminum to a piece of steel. I was 99% sure this was an aluminum fitting as well as this one. I started welding it. It was acting really funky. I had to turn the heat up twice as hot as I should have for aluminum. And I was like, what the hell? Didn't realize it till I started grinding it and I had some sparks. Aluminum doesn't make sparks when you grind it. Steel does. And then look at this. Here's my magnet. Look. Nothing, obviously, because it's aluminum. What? I don't think you're supposed to be able to do that. Obviously, it has porosity in it and shit. I'm going to end up putting a coat of JB Weld on it. I don't even know how I did that. I assume I just probably put so much aluminum, it just kind of encased the fitting. But that is awesome. Blew me away. And like I said, I didn't even know that until I started grinding it. I was like, wait, why is this sparking? This porosity, I was going to obviously just grind it down, start filling it in. Well, the porosity is from trying to put two metals together and not from dirty aluminum like I thought it was. That is absolutely crazy to me. Let me know if anybody's ever done that before, because that's crazy. I certainly have never done that before. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go drill a hole in my oil pan this big, and then this is going to thread into the oil pan, and then this will just bolt up to my oil drain. Now, like I said before, twin turbos means we have two of these. I don't know where the other one is, but it's around here somewhere. Oh, there it is. There's my second one. Two fittings, two holes. Let's drill some shit. Oh, this is nerve-wracking. It never isn't nerve-wracking. Oh, God. Ain't no going back now, baby. Oh, God. I just realized the camera might not even be seeing that. I'm gonna go switch up different drill bits just in case. Check them out. I got them threaded in there. They're tight. I'm gonna go ahead, pull them out, clean this all really well. Put some thread sealant on it and then seal them back in there. I might even do like a little bit of JB Weld so that it really bonds. The good news is your drain doesn't have really any pressure. It's just gravity. So, I mean, I wouldn't trust these to like, 100 PSI, but they're going to be fine for drains. The good news is I really thought there was something behind this one, so I was nervous as hell, but we're good. Those are going to work out perfect. Really, really exciting. That is always the most nervous part about doing these turbo setups. Also, I'm no expert on it. I've only basically done this a handful of times, but anytime you are drilling a hole in your oil pan, you want to make sure there's absolutely no thread or no shavings in it at all. I'll just run compressed air in there 4 or 5 times. I'll run brake cleaner in there. You want to do that all really, really well before you seal it back up. It's aluminum, which is better than having steel shavings in there, but still, none is what you want. You really shouldn't be drilling holes in oil pans anyway, but if you do, make sure you get all the shavings out. So yeah, I'm going to do that now, and then probably run to the parts store, get some fittings, and we should be done with our oil lines. And then tomorrow, this ended up being a whole day, by the way, to get these done. But tomorrow, I'm going to take all the tubing off, all the piping off, get it all welded solid. Then we'll put it back on there, bolt everything up, and we should be able to fire it up then, hopefully. We'll go to the parts store, and I'll be back tomorrow.
The next day.
It is the next day. I went to the hardware store. I got all the parts I need to finish everything. I also bolted up the fitting that I needed on the oil pan. I didn't bother filming it because I was looking at my footage yesterday of me filming under the car. It's just not great, but just know that those fittings I welded up, I went ahead and bolted them up. They look like they're going to work perfect. So our drain side is now done, and I have everything I need to finish pump side basically. Before I get in here and start bolting all that down just to undo it, I'm going to go ahead and just take everything off. We need to get all of these welds finished on this exhaust, and then also need to get the exhaust actually bolted up a little bit better. Right now I think I just have a couple bolts in it, but once I get everything welded, we should be able to test fire this baby. I obviously have to plug all this shit back in. I might have to lengthen a couple wires because I've moved some stuff from one side to the other, but I think once we get it all welded, we should be good. So the old man did a little bit of block sanding. He's going to come back down, do some more today, so we'll probably get some footage of that. But for now, we get to take all this shit apart. Ooh.
So what's up?
Filming you.
Oh no.
Just a little bit.
Get to a certain point, and then you can shave it off. This is too wet still.
So you gotta wait till it gets a little tacky.
Just starting to get hard.
Yeah.
Especially when you're shaping stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that just saved an hour of block sanding right there. I remember you had one when I was a kid. Oh yeah, once it gets hard, it don't do shit.
Just scratch the surface.
So, Dad, everybody seems to like you on the channel. A lot of these guys like to see the work you're doing. Why don't you introduce yourself? I think it'll be good to kind of get people to know who you are.
My name's Tom. I'm a father of 2 wonderful children.
All right, that's fucking enough. Anyways, I finally got the turbo shit taken apart over here, so let's get to welding. So the old man he was sanding a little bit more. He's going to come in and probably sand some more tomorrow, but that is not what this video is about. We're going to let him keep block sanding. I finally got all of the turbo shit taken off, and now we need to get it all welded. There is a ton of welding that needs done. As you can see, everything is just tacked right now. Obviously, that's not going to work, whenever you're trying to build boost and stuff. So I am going to be welding for the next 4 to 5 hours. We're just going to time lapse it. Hopefully get it all welded here pretty quick, and then we'll put it all back together. We need to plug all of our computer shit back in and try and get this all done. This is my 3rd day of working on this, and I need to get this video out to Richard here in the next 8 hours. So we're gonna be a mad dash. I have a lot more to do than I thought I did. Just taking everything off because there's so many funky little bins and shit. I mean, it took probably an hour and a half just to get everything taken off, and it's gonna be even harder whenever it's all welded solid to put it back together. But enough bitching. Let's weld some shit. Welding is 100% done. Grinding is all done too. These are all going to get exhaust wrapped, and that's why I'm not too worried about how pretty they are, but I know they are sealed. I'm not going to wrap them right now because I don't have the right exhaust wrap in. The only one thing I have left to weld that I forgot was there's like a heat pipe that comes off of here and bolts into the exhaust. Well, that all got flipped around, so that's not right anymore. So I still have to add that, but I'm going to get everything bolted back up, and then we'll bolt this on and figure out where we're going to weld it. Where did I put it? Oh, hey-oh, there it is. Yeah. So it goes on here like this before. That's not going to work anymore, so I'll end up cutting this and probably taking a foot out of it. We can get everything bolted up for now. Okay, holy shit. Took like 3.5 hours to get everything bolted back up. The good news is everything has gaskets on it. Everything actually went back to where it was. Usually whenever you start welding everything solid, it'll move 1/8 of an inch this way, 1/8 of an inch this way, and when you have 20 different welds, you can just have something completely out of whack. But we had to do a little bit of bending over there, but that's all right, it worked out. I got everything plugged in, it should be, so now we are up to our oil lines. I just need to hook up the oil lines. They should be ready to go. I bolted all that stuff up earlier, and yeah, I'm going to be doing all that under the car. You're not going to see it. And then I think, I'm not 100% sure, I think we should be able to try and start it, see what happens. Obviously, I don't have my boost gauge hooked up. I don't have my boost controller. I don't have any of that hooked up, so we're not trying to go crazy, but I would like to see if it'll start. Oh, shit. I just realized I still have to hook up that exhaust thing, so I might do that real quick, too. So, yeah, holy shit. So many hours in this damn thing trying to get this running, but let's do it. Got everything done with the oil change. We're gonna see if anything's leaking. Do I have any funnels anywhere? Nope. Oh, I'm gonna make a mess. I can feel it. Oh, this ain't good. I really don't have a funnel anywhere? Oh, no. Oh, God, I already spilled shit. How do I not have a funnel in this son of a bitch? Okay, well, we're gonna make a funnel. Fair enough. Cannot believe I can't find a funnel anywhere. I don't have a funnel up here. Holy shit. This ain't gonna work. I can already tell this ain't gonna work. Now I don't care anymore. We're gonna make a big mess. If I was smart, I would have already looked right now to see if it's leaking, but we're committed now. I mean, I almost spilled none. I'm a god amongst normal men. Holy shit. Oh, just spilled all over my floor. I take that back. Do we see any leaks? No leaks! You never know when you drill holes in your freaking oil pan. Okay, it isn't pretty, but I think everything's hooked up. Let's throw the battery in and see what happens. is, though. I'm 99% sure I know what it is. My MAF sensor, that is actually supposed to be before the turbo. I knew that going in, but I thought since there's, you know, 2 turbos, maybe if I met them where they were coming in, but I had like 2 different people tell me that'll never work. I originally almost did that on my 51, and somebody reached out and said, hey, that has to be, you know, in front of the turbo if you're going to use this setup. I don't know what I need to do since I have 2 of them, if I need to split this into 2 plug-ins, but I'm 99% sure that's what's wrong, because when you first start it, everything is okay, and then it just like, you can tell something's going on because all the check engine lights are popping on. We also could have wiring not hooked up. I mean, everything is literally just kind of sitting around and shit. I'm sure that's not proper, but I'm super happy it actually runs, even to just hear it run. I do see a puddle, so that means these lines, the good news is, look at that. That one's leaking, but that means I am pumping oil up to my turbos, which is really, really good. But we have some loose fittings we need to figure out. I'm going to change these anyways. I'm going to put a 90 on them so that they don't stick up and hit my hood. So they're going to have a 90 there, but super, super good considering what it is. You know, trying to use your stock computer is really dumb on this setup. It really needs to be tuned and all that shit, but I'm just trying to be lazy and kind of cheat the system a little bit. Absolutely happy. I mean, it's running. It revved there for a second, sounded absolutely perfect. I was so happy. And then if you looked at the gauges, it just looked like Christmas lights started flashing. It was like, what the fuck is going on? It did not like it. I think changing some of those things around will help. Also, double checking all of our plugins, because I ripped everything out because I didn't want any of it to get in the way. I also didn't want to be welding near any of it, so I'm sure some of that probably is not great either. Overall, great episode. We put so many goddamn hours in on this week's episode. I am so excited that it's running. By the way, check this shirt out. Ooh, that's a good looking shirt, merch link in bio. Considering the fact that there's still connections that aren't hooked up and my computer is just sitting on my fender, any running at all is nice. The fact that I actually run a little bit was great. I wasn't sure it was even gonna work at all, so that is awesome. Pretty sure I know what I need to fix. We're gonna do all that in the next episode. We're also gonna try and get this side in primer and then take it outside and get a good look at it. Before I like to see the body work all done, see it all in primer outside, it'd be really, really nice. Also, if we can get it running good enough, I'd like to take it for a drive very, very soon. If you're not already a subscriber, hit that button now. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, comment, all that good stuff I tell you in the videos. Check out some of my other videos. Peace. Love you.